5 Spanish wines to try before you die. An Albariño, a Priorat, a wine from Rioja, naturally, a wine from Navarra, and of course no Spanish lineup would be complete without a cava. Starting with the Albariño from Galicia, green Spain, 1200 millimetres of rain a year, but gorgeous sunshine throughout summer, so perfect ripening Albariño grapes. Close to the sea, the Salnés Valley is influenced by the Atlantic, sandy soils and granitic soils. The wines are fresh, crisp and clean and perfect with seafood. Rioja Spacious basically mainly grows Albariño. Over 90% of the grapes grown in this area is Albariño, usually unoaked with a green zingy fruit. Moving on then to our first reds, this is a Priorat. Spain is a warm country. Admittedly, Galicia is cooler climate, but Spain in general is a warm country. And the wines do tend to have fairly high alcohols, but what is amazing about the wines is because of altitude and exposition and a difference between day and nighttime temperatures, then you do get lots of variation between the types of grape varieties that can be grown in Spain and also the styles of wines that can be grown in Spain. So with this, we're in Priorat, mainly a blend of Grenache and Syrah, touch of Cabernet Sauvignon in this blend. And you can get pepper as spice, you can get loads and loads of black fruit. On the palate, it's quite rich and concentrated, also ripe. Full, concentrated, ripe. The tannins are silky and they're also a touch of grip, but they're also deliciously ripe and fruity. So nothing too powerful, a really delicious Priorat. Moving on to Rioja, the most famous of Spanish wines. And this is basically a blend of Tempranillo, Graciano and Garnacha. And this is a Reserva style Rioja, which means it's had 2 years in this case American oak, and a further 18 months in bottle. So by the time a Reserva Rioja is released onto the market, it's ready to be drunk. You don't need to age it for any longer. Tempranillo is a silky, red berry laden grape variety, but it lends itself to that oak aging. So you have red fruit notes here, which follow through to black notes on the palate. And this Marcus de Murrieta has delicious, refreshing acidity, as well as the hint of oak and delicious ripe fruit on the palate. Then we're moving on to Navarra. This is a blend of Cabernet and Merlot. So basically, Cabernet Sauvignon Merlot, we would be much more familiar with those grape varieties from Bordeaux, but in this case from Navarra. This is a very small boutique winery in Navarra, and this is an oak-aged Cabernet Merlot. So quite full, quite rich and concentrated. Black fruits, good food style, quite firm tannins, quite a long lingering finish on the palate. And finally, as I said, no tasting would be complete in Spain without a cava. Fantastic value for money, made in the same way as champagne. So second fermentation in the bottle. And this is a cava from a small family winery, a blend of Xarel·lo, Parellada and Macabeu, and absolutely fresh, touch of toastiness, touch of ripeness, and a good alternative to champagne because it's dry, it's crisp, a slightly toasty brioche character from the second fermentation lees in bottle, and it really does deliver in terms of a refreshing, crisp, sparkling. So that was Spain, an Albariño, a Priorat, Rioja, Navarra and Penedès Cava.